Okay, we are live.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning. Alright, I will make a motion to approve the September 25th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
Second,
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes,
Jill,
Yes.
and Mike.
Yes.
you guys are on.
Step on up, have a seat, pull a chair up. I want all three up here, please.
All three. I'm gonna take a comfy
Because
chair.
I don't want no, he said, she said. Bring it up here.
Well, good morning,
Morning.
ladies and gentlemen, and commissioners. It's good to be here this morning and on this beautiful day in Portage County. I think you received a letter
Yes.
recently that I sent over requesting consideration for new facilities and a morgue to be established here in the county. I think the letter was self-explanatory. I'm not sure if you have more questions about it. We've never had an established morgue here in the county, and what we've done over the last, since I've been coroner over the last 11 years plus, we've been able to utilize the generosity of the various nursing home or funeral homes and facilities in the area when our census was about half of what it was 11 years ago. And what's happening is that we're getting busy. We're unable to count on the facilities, the funeral homes to be able to help us out in this regard. Plus, they don't really provide a place for us to engage with family and loved ones with somebody who may enter into our office that way. Also, there's a situation where occasionally we get people who are not found promptly, and unfortunately, it's a sad situation, and the funeral homes do not want that, nor do the medical examiners unless it's a forensic case, and they're not always a forensic case. So that's what brings us here today.
Let me ask a quick question, Doc. What, during your investigations, because I know you've got an awesome investigative team over there, where do you interview? Where do you talk to people?
Well, mostly in their homes.
At the scene.
At the scene. I'm glad you actually asked that question, because one of the issues we have that I didn't address is that with the incidence of overdoses being as high as it has been, the year before I became coroner, we had 5 overdose cases. I think this year we're working on 46, 7.
Last year we did.
Yeah. So often what we want to do is be able to draw a specimen, either blood or urine, or both, on the victim. Well, often we have to do that right there in front of the family. It's a very traumatic thing for the family. Fortunately, the local police agencies and first responders often help us with this. But again, there's no opportunity to really prep the individual, the deceased, when we're in their home or wherever they may be found. We just had somebody in a semi-tractor trailer who was a long-distance trucker who was found overnight in his vehicle, things of that nature. And so it's like, well, how do we deal with this? I think one of the more memorable for me has been several times now. Unfortunately, we've had young people, students, 3 that I can think of maybe from the university, where they have passed. 2 of them were athletes, families coming from who knows where. One was Cincinnati. And at the time, we actually were in the hospital before it switched over, and the hospital would not allow the family there. So that makes it very difficult for them as we're trying to process these cases.
Well, and I guess I understand my years in law enforcement that the suicides I've handled and the homicides and the questionable deaths. There's a lot of times that I'd want to get them out of the house and interview and talk and chat, because kind of gets them away from that stigma of what occurred. And I kind of, I felt bad. I'm going to publicly say this. It came across my desk a couple weeks ago of some communication and talking about the need of somewhat of a newer facility than what you have now. And, you know, I've been over there. I've looked at it. I've seen it. And quite frankly, I'm not afraid to say I'm embarrassed. We have a medical doctor who is our coroner. We have as I indicated earlier, we have an awesome investigative team. And we have you in, what is that, 800 square foot? If that? House. And I'm embarrassed. As a county official, I'm embarrassed. And the doc and I had talked, and he's a very humbled man. And I just have to applaud you for 11 years of what you've done with what you have. You're one of those make things work, but I think we're past that. And I think we need to step our game up somehow. Obviously, you all know, and I'm speaking for myself, but you all know that it's not getting any better.
No.
The way our world is today, it's not getting any better. The overdoses, let's just even think traffic crashes. Everything that you guys are involved in, people don't realize. So I think it's time we step our game up for the coroner's office. I think we owe it not only to you folks that work it, but we owe it to the community.
May I make a quick comment?
Sure.
I just have to say that I do not work autonomously. All what you see, what you just described as the success of our office is due to these two gentlemen to my right and our other folks, our other staff who work with us, Tom Decker in the past, and Lynn Scott, who couldn't be here today. You know, we've had numerous investigators who have just, and staff who, I give them all the credit. I'm just
Well,
talking there.
Did he buy you breakfast for that?
Not today.
If I can just add something, I mean, one thing that we're seeing a lot more of on the investigative side is people who don't have primary care doctors, and they don't have any funeral arrangements. They're just not preparing like they used to. We are frequently running into situations where people just, they don't know what funeral home they want to use, and they don't want to make the decision right then. And we have to explain to them, we don't have a morgue. It's getting dicier, for a term, you know, that we're coming close to not having a place to put the deceased anymore.
How surprising is that when you tell people?
They're surprised. I mean, people watch TV and they, what? The coroner doesn't have a morgue. So, I mean, luckily over the years we still have a great relationship with our local funeral homes, and we have options.
Sure.
But what we're also seeing is these funeral homes are getting bought out and by bigger companies. So that local piece of those people caring for the community, you know, they're still great to us, but we can't count on that always being there.
Sure. Yeah, they get
And
busy.
they're limited on space too. I mean, we run into funeral homes that if they have a busy week and we're calling them, hey, do you have a place to put a deceased? They sometimes tell us no, and then we're trying to find another funeral home, and it's just too close to a breakdown for my comfort not to have a place to put those.
Well, I've been down at the hospital morgue doing an autopsy with Dr. Arnold, and there you get 4 or 5 guys in there, you're packed.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hide.
Right.
You know, Bob, you bring me to my next question. How common is it for folks that are deceased that doesn't have any family, or you can't find family, or maybe they have family but they don't have the funds, and they're like, I don't have the money, and then it's basically left up to the coroner's office to try to figure out what to do with that body and who's gonna pay for it, because I'm hearing that more and more, and I see those GoFundMe accounts on
Yeah.
social media all the time. So what happens in those cases?
So, you're absolutely right, particularly with the rise in the overdose deaths. Some families do not want to claim the body. They feel they'll be responsible then for whatever arrangements that need to be made. If there's indigency, the law provides for the payment for those events by the local governmental agencies. So I think it boils down to mostly townships, some cities. We've had a few instances here with Ravenna where we've had to rely on them, ask them to step up with the funeral directors and to help take care of those costs. Technically, that's not my job to have to worry about getting the funeral director paid. Technically, I don't have to sign a death certificate on a natural death, but in my opinion and our opinion, we're here to serve the people of Portage County. So keeping somebody waiting, a family waiting, or being disrespectful to decedent, quite frankly, I don't see any benefit from that. I'll sign, we make things move, we get involved when there's questions between funeral homes, entities, communities, hospitals, doctors, because we have doctors who don't want to sign, right? Even though it's their patient, it's a natural death, they don't want to sign. We have to get involved, because we're not going to just brush that off to the funeral home and tell them they have to worry about that and make the family wait before they can move forward. In Ohio, you cannot cremate a body until a death certificate is signed. And technically, the death certificate is supposed to be signed within 24 to 48 hours. So we have more people who are seeing physicians or practitioners who aren't here in the county, through UH out of Cleveland Clinic, out of Summit County. So those doctors think they don't have to sign our death certificates, but obviously they do when it's a natural death. So most of what the numbers that you have seen are these people who are referred, not just because necessarily they fall under the category of those referrals that we have to take, which homicide, suicide, accidental, children under the age of 2, any suspicious death, but people have nobody else to turn to. So if there are residents of our county, we feel responsible to help try and take care of that.
So what happens if someone's like homeless, so you don't have an entity to connect them to a political subdivision to assist with the cost, and you have no family that claims them, or maybe you've spent several weeks trying to find a relative, a neighbor, or someone that can help you out, but if they're homeless, you wouldn't have a lot of that. So what
May I
happens
answer
to
the question?
Please do.
those folks?
We've had only 2 cases that I'm aware of in which we at the coroner's office contracted with the local funeral home to have a cremation done. They keep the cremation jar until we can find somebody that, would want to take it. We got a legal opinion from Victor Vellucci when he was prosecutor, saying that we are directed to do that. And so we have done it twice, and to my knowledge, and I've been with the coroner's office a long time, we've never done it before.
And if I can interject, I know of one case where the funeral home actually ate the cost. Again, one funeral home in particular just bends over backwards to help us, but all of them are great. But this funeral home accepted a decedent that was homeless, that committed suicide, and family wouldn't step up. They're in possession, the whole 9 possessions, 9/10 of the law. They have the body, and they were trying to do indigency, but they couldn't really do it because the guy's homeless, so he doesn't have an address. In the end, and I didn't find out till several months later, I asked the funeral director, and he said, he says, we just wrote it off. And so that's happened at least once, and maybe more that I don't know of, but we don't want to do that to our funeral homes. And we do have this area of limbo when these, like you said, the people we can't, and sometimes it takes us a couple of days to find family.
Yeah.
And thank goodness for the internet. I don't know how they did it back before internet. I mean, we are pretty quick these days, but we sometimes take a couple days, and we have to have someplace to put that deceased while we're doing that. And, you know, we try not to, you know, stick the funeral homes with it, because once they have that deceased, they're kind of stuck. I mean, they are, but they aren't, but, you know, it's like.
Because that was my next question. I know you used to be able to do it at the hospital, and you no longer can because they only have, what, a 6-bed morgue or something there? And they only have the refrigeration, whereas they have heavy decomposition. They don't have like freezers or anything that you could keep there. So what happens to those folks?
Well, right now, and you can chime in here because we use 2 different medical examiners at this point, Summit and Cuyahoga County.
Yeah.
And they've been able to help us. Although when we had the spike in overdose deaths, they both refused to start taking our referrals, and only because of the relationship we've maintained with them were we able to sneak in.
Yeah.
Summit County used to take, I want to say, 8, 9 different counties. They went down to us.
Wow.
COVID, they stopped taking anybody else, and then afterwards, they only picked us back up.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I remember reading the article in the Beacon about how Summit County had so many deaths, they had to bring in mobile morgues because.
Had one parked right outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it took 22 individuals and rope beds.
Mhm.
Well, and there are very specific rules about handling decedents, federal law. If there's a mass fatality in the county, our office is the incident commander. I'm the incident commander. So we go through the drills periodically with the Emergency Management Association. Ryan Shackelford, amazing, does a great job.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gets the hair racing up on the back of my neck just thinking about these things. Are so realistic. But when the pandemic hit, we were all meeting by Zoom monthly, and the question was, okay, somebody assumed that we handled all of that, the decedents. Well, by law, we technically don't. It's a natural death. But we weren't going to sit back and say, clean our hands of that. But where I'm going with this is, somebody had mentioned that the med school has the capability for 50 bodies.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything, but after we got off the call, I called out there and I said, yeah, you have capability, but they have 50 bodies already.
That's right.
I mean, they have cadavers, and the last thing they want are
That's exactly what
any
they do.
problem in the infected, any type of infection that might be able to, impact their students. So that wasn't available. So that's the game we play. It's like, it's those few days of transition we're trying to figure out where somebody should go, what we should do, and how are we going to do this. I don't think it's right that people should have to, well, first of all, the Cuyahoga County and Summit County will not allow any family in to see a body.
That's right.
That's their policy. Remember, they're forensic units, right? So they often, for a while, we had trouble having them let our police agencies in over in Summit, but we got that kind of cleared up too. So it's a battle sometimes. They get a lot of pressure. I can sense you want to ask something.
If I may, so
Sure.
just to clarify, when we talk about Summit and Cuyahoga, we're talking regarding the deceased that are sent for autopsies only.
Correct.
Correct, so, if somebody dies of an overdose and you're pretty sure it's an overdose, that does not get sent for an autopsy,
Should
is
they
that?
do?
Well, the National Association of Medical Examiners, known as NAME or NAMI, they recommend autopsies on all overdoses.
Oh, okay.
So, if I may relate a brief story, I don't know what our time is like.
Go ahead.
A number of years ago, there was a lot of pressure for us to send everybody up for an autopsy, which the investigative authorities were interested in having that, and the prosecutor, in case they needed to go to court. So what happened was, of course, we can test for body fluids and basically determine overdoses for most people without having to send for an autopsy. But there was one, and the prosecutor had called me himself and really wanted this to happen. I said, okay. I said, we can do that. It was a 54-year-old gentleman. who clearly overdosed. Well, the medical examiner said he didn't die of the overdose, he died of heart disease. That stopped their entire investigation, stopped everything right there. Because, getting into court and trying to defend that then was gonna be a problem. So it's things like that that we deal with on a regular basis.
So when we haven't done autopsies, and how long do you think, do you know how long it's been since we've actually done autopsies here in Portage?
2000, end of 2004.
Wow. So we send them to Summit and Cuyahoga at this point?
Correct.
And what is the cost to send to like outside, like to Summit and to?
For us?
Yeah.
Wayne can give you the exact number.
$2,000 for the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner's Office, and I believe it's $1,632. I looked it up. So $1,632. We also have to provide for transport, which is usually $100 to $125 one way.
No, that's defined by Ohio law.
Oh.
They cannot charge us more than it actually costs
Cost
them
Yeah.
to do an autopsy.
So,
But they cannot take private autopsies either. So if a family member wants an autopsy on grandma,
You have to go like
they
OSU
can't
or
do that.
somewhere.
And we do give people referrals to like Ohio State Wexner.
Yeah, I heard Ohio State.
And
they
when they
open.
see the cost
Yeah,
then,
the cost of it.
and transportation, it can go to $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. They usually defer.
Yeah.
So
So,
we're doing
so
that.
per your letter, your biggest thing is you need morgue space.
Yep.
But then you also would like to start doing autopsies back within the county, is that
Well,
correct?
I think that's stage two. If we can get a morgue established and have the capability and the equipment that we need in order to perform autopsies, there's an opportunity perhaps to have sort of part-time pathologists who are forensically trained who can come in and be able to help us with autopsies that we wouldn't need to send out. But that, I think, is down the road.
Down the road, so.
There's a
like,
shortage of forensic pathologists in Ohio.
There is.
Last time I looked, we were down 8, I think, and Mahoney County's been looking for one since I've known the coroner out there. They can't get them. And part of the problem is unless they're from Ohio and they train in Ohio, they don't want to stay in Ohio. So people come from out of the area, they may train. Cleveland, Cuyahoga County is world-renowned. Dr. Gilson has just accumulated accolades and awards, and it's amazing. If you've never been up there, you really deserve a trip to get up there to see what he's built, what he's encouraged. That's just what we have available to us at this point. So.
And if I can interject, the autopsy space that we kind of mentioned in it's not just for autopsies. It's a space for us to be able to get a body out, examine it under proper conditions, draw fluids, remove clothes and belongings, that kind of thing. It's a prep area / autopsy area, so it's a space more than, this is to do autopsies right now.
And then
so.
where the family could come in,
Exactly.
like you
Yes.
said, if it's a Kent State student, the family could be out of state even.
Mhm.
And then, by the time they get here.
For instance, if there's a single motor vehicle accident where another party's not involved, and we put a person on the examination table and we're able to manipulate their neck and determine that they have a broken neck, we don't need to do an autopsy.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well, I think, you have more questions?
Oh, no.
You have
No,
more
I'm just
questions?
looking at my notes here.
I don't want to cut you off if you've got more questions.
Oh, you wouldn't cut me off.
Yeah, I would.
Trust me.
Oh, no, I would. Well, you guys are class acts.
Well.
Doc, I appreciate the time we've spent and communicated, and I think that the board is very knowledgeable as to what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
things don't happen overnight, as you all know that.
That's right.
The bureaucracy moves on, but I'm gonna stay on top of it, just to make sure that we can do something. And I know the knowledge of the other two commissioners here and our administrator, we're gonna move forward, we're gonna find a place. That's my hope and my goal.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your time
We
today.
do appreciate it, thank you.
for coming in and explaining everything. Thank you.
Never feel bad about coming and seeing us.
Have a good day. Oh,
Good to see you again.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Hey, Wayne.
Good morning. How are you ladies doing?
How are you?
Doing all right?
It's good. Just-
I like your answers up here. Good.
Oh, where's my auditor?
So Matt is not here yet.
Thank you.
Do you wanna, move on?
Oh, we'll move on, but I was just curious as to
I will reach out to him directly.
auditor's not here, so we're gonna move on.
Solid
Solid waste.
Miss Dawn. Woo-hoo. Another awesome director.
You're not solid waste, it's your department.
Waste rules.
I appreciate you.
Recycling.
Morning, Barb.
Waste recycling, that's perfect. Okay, so I just have a couple, discussion items. The first is, we'd like to purchase a roll-off truck. Our current is a 2014, it handles all of our scrap tire events, our scrap metal, our yard waste, it handles a lot of different projects that we do, and we run it daily, so it's time to add another one. And eventually we will auction, but not yet, so kinda need a backup in case it goes down.
So it's already been identified and we're gonna have a resolution?
Yes,
for-
that's correct.
Okay, perfect.
The plan update status, as you know, the board has to be involved in that as well. So we have 90 days, we're still in that 90-day period. We require 75% for ratification. It has gone out to all the municipalities, and we have received 75%, which is wonderful. However, I'm still waiting on a couple more, so.
Very good.
Good.
Very nice.
You know what happens when we don't get 75%?
Oh, yeah, we've been
This-
there. We
the
don't wanna go
EPA comes
back.
in and writes our plan.
We don't wanna go back to
It
that.
costs us lots of money.
Yes, it does. And then we just briefly mentioned the auction. We are swapping out front-load dumpsters at our drop-offs and make them more functional and not falling through the bottom and replacing as we need to. So just so you know, we'll have that and we will auction those once those come back. But that's really all I have.
Wow, that was short and
Done?
sweet to the point.
Fantastic.
You do a good job out there, so.
Questions for Ms. Dolan?
No.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
Jackie here?
I can grab her.
Jackie is not here today. I'm stepping in for her.
okay.
If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer.
I didn't have any.
I did not have any questions, but I didn't already go over with Jackie.
Okay. All right, in accordance with section 305.30K of the Ohio Revised Code and this board's resolution 21-0396 and the board's resolution 21-0878, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges and approves the county administrator's approval to direct the auditor's office to pay process the September 25th, 2025 bills, ACH payments, wires, journal vouchers, and then and nows as applicable, contingent upon the verification of the reports as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to process the September 25th, 2025 budget amendments as reviewed and recommended by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
All right. Moving on to resolutions, I'll make a motion to accept the award from the Ohio Department of Children and Youth via Ohio's Children's Alliance on behalf of Portage County Job and Family Services for the Portage County JFS Group Home, Fund 1415.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001 General Fund to Fund 1410 Public Assistance Fund.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to declare the necessity to purchase one new autocar roll-off truck for use by the Portage County Solid Waste Management District.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to declare the necessity to purchase one vehicle, a 2023 Hyundai Elantra, for use by the Portage County Sheriff's Office.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to declare obsolete and authorize the trade-in of 3 vehicles, 2020 Chevy Tahoes from the Portage County Sheriff's Office, and declare the necessity to lease 3 vehicles, 2026 Chevrolet Tahoes for use by the Portage County Sheriff's Department.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
All right.
It's your turn, Miss
Shannon,
Shannon.
all right. Looking all fall with those pants. Trying. I just
Didn't
wear them
work.
for so long.
Good work.
It totally worked.
You totally killed it.
Yeah, okay.
Let's have a couple project updates.
Mhm. Thank you.
I know, I was just like that, right there. There you go.
Okay, for project updates, the admin building, the boilers, the plumbers will receive the boiler at their location by the end of next week. And then they'll prepare it and bring it in, and they hope to have it ASAP. They don't think it'll take longer than a week, so we should have it in hopefully mid-October. So that's good, so,
That is very good.
yes.
One,
Just one.
do we need two, are we replacing two or just replacing
Just replacing
the
one for now.
Okay.
And we're gonna revisit for,
For
I mean,
that
we're
one.
gonna have to have two.
For next year.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna put that
Yep.
in your budget.
Correct,
right, to
yeah,
make sure.
yep. Okay, and then on page 2, the AC units at the Ravenna Courthouse, they did get delayed just a couple days, but it's not that far off. All should be complete by the end of next week as well if all goes smoothly, but they are 2 days behind. So, wasn't horrible, but we still have some nice weather, but that rain really,
Because of us or them?
because of the rain.
Uh,
The roofers couldn't do their thing.
I wouldn't want to be up there.
I want
Not when it's wet.
No. So, and then I just have the 4 resolutions, and that's it.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend resolution number 25-0504 for an agreement with Portage County Jobs and Family Services and a Blessed Path Inc. doing business as Rely a Ride Transportation to provide supplemental transportation services.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend resolution number 25-0498 for an amendment number 2 for the Title 20 Adult Protective Case Management with Portage County Jobs and Family Services and Family and Community Services, Inc.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend resolution 25-0499 for an amendment number 2 for the Title 20 Geriatric Mental Health Counseling with Portage County Jobs and Family Services and Family and Community Services, Inc.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Next one, I just wanna say, Rob is knocking it out of the park about finding money, isn't he? Everyone got that email last night.
It's
about getting
ridiculous.
the grant.
I can't
It's-
believe
I
it.
know, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I mean, he
It
really
is awesome.
He does a stellar job.
Yes, he does.
Well, you know where his heart is.
All right, I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to accept and award the bid for the shift reconfigure taxiway B and taxiway connectors A2, B1, and B2 for the Portage County Regional Airport.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
We did get an email from Auditor Kelly. He is not able to make it in this morning. We will reschedule.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. All right. All right, we've got a miscellaneous. In accordance with Ohio Revised Code, section 325.07, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the monthly record of proceedings and transactions in August 2025, as presented by the Portage County Sheriff's Office, additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
In accordance with the Ohio Revised Code, section 325.07, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the Portage County Sheriff's Transportation Report for August 2025 as presented by the Portage County Sheriff's Office. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the Portage County Revolving Loan Fund balance sheet dated August 31st, 2025, as presented by Neighborhood Developmental Services. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the September 26, 2025 certificate of the county auditor that the total appropriations from each fund do not exceed the amended official estimate of resources as presented by the Portage County Auditor's Office.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the kennel disposition report and intake report for September 22nd, 2025 through September 28th, 2025, as presented by the Chief Dog Warden, David McIntyre.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners can sign the application and certificate for the payment for the final payment of $85,329.64 for the Streetsboro Biosolids Dryer repairs, payment to CRS Metal Works, Inc., as presented by the Water Resources Department. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners sign the application and certificate for payment for the final $7,808 for Brimfield Wastewater Treatment Plant Filter Improvements Project, payment of Neuron and Sons, Inc., as presented by the Water Resources Department. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners sign the application and certificate for payment for the final payment of $12,559.32 for the 2023 Sewer Maintenance Program project, payment to the Lake County Sewer Company as presented by Water Resources Department. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Roll call.
Oops, second?
Well, roll call.
Sabrina?
Wake
Yes.
up. You still
Jill?
fall asleep?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Anybody on the wait list for 11 public comment?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly? You know what? I would like to go into the executive session to discuss the security arrangements and emergency response protocols for the building regarding the incident that happened on Friday. Are you guys okay with that?
I'm good.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'll make a motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 1212.22 G6. The Board of Commissioners moves into executive session to discuss details relative to the security arrangements and emergency response protocol for a public body, or public office if disclosure of the matter discussed could reasonably be expected to jeopardize the security of the public body or public office.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes, no action. Anything else you'd like to discuss before we come back at 11?
I do not have anything.
I do not have anything.
Cassidy?
No, I do not.
Madam Administrator?
And no, Mr. President, I'm good, thank you.
She's funny. All right, well, let's recess until 11 a.m. for public comment.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, welcome back from recess. Is there anything else to come before the board? Do we have any public comment today?
No, sir, we do not.
Okay, Commissioner Bennett,
I do not have anything.
I do not have
Commissioner
anything.
Crawford, Cassidy, anything come up in the last hour?
No.
All right,
Nothing.
well, I'll entertain a motion.
Okay, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes, have a good weekend, and